Hello, this is my low quality rented game show studio, and today we're going to be looking at Chapter 5 Rumours. This scale here ranges from unlikely to highly possible. I'll be giving each rumour a rating, depending on its believability, and discussing why I think that. Any words from my contestants?
Yeah, I think.
Great, let's get started. Rumour 1. There will be a cinematic cutscene after every level. Likely. As you can see, Teaser 01 showed what appeared to be a cinematic cutscene after Holiday Horror. Considering Prison Panic is the 10th level, and is when Beer should collect the ring, it's only natural many cutscenes would probably come due to that. Rumour 2. Each level will have over 700 shards. Very likely. My source? Vince. Play the clip.
Or 1,000 or more shards each. Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you add them all together, not in one zone. Like, you're not gonna have 1,000 shard zone, but definitely over 1,000 shards for all zones combined.
Sounds like a lot to handle. Rumour 3. Doug will have a happy ending. Possible. It will depend on the ending. The only scenarios where this is possible is if Bierce gets the ring and keeps her promise, which, let's be real, isn't happening, or Doug gets the ring for himself without the threat of Malak. It's not impossible, but plot may be on his side. Rumour 4. Puppet King and Darkstar will rebel. Likely. Puppet King is stated to have higher aspirations. And Darkstar's initial teaser has the word "set me free" etched into the darkness. Though, this may lead into the next rumour. Rumour 5. Tammy will get captured in Prison Panic. Possible. The "set me free" could be referring to Tammy, rather than Darkstar, and you could make the argument that Darkstar is content as she is, being a general. Rumour 6. Holiday Horror will have 3 floors at some points. Highly likely. It is said to have more floors than Torment Therapy, which has 2, and let's be real, 4 floors is overkill, so 3 is the best bet. Rumour 7. Bierce won't actually get the finished ring. Unlikely. The 2 OSTs Don't Call Me Helen and Monster Party, with Bierce's changed model teaser, indicate that she will be involved in some intense action. I can't back this rumour. The plot requires Bierce to have a climactic moment. Rumour 8. You will choose who to side with in Chapter 5. Likely. The OST, No Room for Doubt, makes you feel under time pressure, or at least a cinematic environment where a choice is required. This will probably be where the other endings arise. Rumour 9. The Demon God will be the final boss. Possible. The story is leading up for it to be mentioned, though I feel this character will have more to do with the sequel. It could be Malak's demise rather than Doug's story. It's not out of the question though. Rumour 10. Chapter 5 will be over 6 hours long. Likely. Vince stated a first playthrough should be about 8 hours.
Actually, to be honest, I haven't really timed Chapter 5 from beginning to end, including cutscenes and everything, for how long it plays. I could give you kind of a guesstimate. But you guys are much better than I am, and a lot of you burn through these levels in half the time that I do. So just kind of take any time estimation I say with a grain of salt. But the current estimation I would put is about 8 hours. So again, if you burn through it in 5 because you're awesome, just pat yourself on the back.
So if you don't have a skill issue, that should line up to about 6 or more hours. That, with Enhanced Plus, is a lot of content. Rumour 11. We will see Bierce in her youth. Possible. It's certainly not out of the question for Bierce's climax to involve her younger self, though if this would be included, it would most likely be in a cutscene or a secret to unlock. Rumour 12. I won't hit 1,000 sub... Who wrote that? Unlikely. False, obviously I will. Rumour 13. Death Row will be a zone in Prison Panic. Possible. It makes sense that the zones would be sectioned into wards, and an execution area probably lines up with that pretty well. Rumour 14. Darkstar will televise the events of Prison Panic. Possible. TVs have appeared multiple times in many different teasers, so for it to be a theme of the level, I wouldn't be surprised. Rumour 15. the frenzy mannequins will be black. Unlikely. Actually, false. Here's why.
Will black mannequins be a main frenzy? Oh, I guess they're asking if black will be the color, the nightmare color of the Red Stalkers. No, it's not black.
My theory is that they're either patterned or worn down in a sense. Rumour 16. Elise will forgive Doug. Unlikely. Her soul has been worn down by her travelling across different realms, and despite Doug's want for forgiveness and Tammy's apparent want for Doug to live, she'll probably be fueled by rage and Malak's will. Not impossible though. Rumour 17. Malak is scared of the demon god. Likely. He presumably lacks emotions in many regards, but only seems to lash out when something is a threat to him. The demon god absolutely fills that void, being a rank above elite demon. Rumour 18. Bierce is starting to like Doug. Possible. Obviously, Bierce is Bierce. She's narcissistic and wants to save herself. However, Doug is getting the ring pieces and has saved her ass by escaping Barely Buried, so I'm not sure. She may just like him due to the fact that he's a tool to her. Rumour 19. Bierce doesn't have a clue how to use the ring. Likely. She's promised all these things to Doug, but her first encounter with Malak was a blur, and she's never had her full ring since. Naturally, she'll be inexperienced, despite having some pieces occasionally. Final rumour. Bierce will die. Bold. Unlikely. Why? Well, just listen.
Also, don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'm not flesh and blood, remember? No matter what torment Malak inflicts on me, I will heal. He cannot destroy me. He can only enslave me for all eternity.
That fate is arguably worse, but Bierce is unable to die in this realm. Well, that concludes the list. Some are definitely more interesting than others, and some are definitely more likely than others. Any thoughts from the contestants? Alrighty, see you later.